Washington, D.C. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians fled the bloody war with Russia, seeking safety and new opportunities in the United States. However, their fate may now be uncertain as President Donald Trump's administration is considering revoking their Temporary Protected Status (TPS). If this becomes a reality, approximately 240,000 Ukrainians will lose their legal right to remain in the U.S. and could be deported back to their homeland, where the conflict is still ongoing. This is not just a turning point in U.S. immigration policy but also a test of Washington's commitment to those affected by international conflicts. From humanitarian policy to political shift, under former President Joe Biden, the U.S. extended its doors to Ukrainian refugees through the Uniting for Ukraine program, a humanitarian initiative that allowed Ukrainians to enter and stay in the U.S. under temporary protection. This program granted them the right to work and live legally, while also helping hundreds of thousands seek resettlement opportunities in the U.S. amid escalating conflict in their homeland. However, with Trump's return to the White House, U.S. immigration policy is undergoing significant changes. Government sources indicate that the administration is considering revoking this status, which would force Ukrainians to either find alternative legal pathways to remain in the U.S. or leave the country. "We don't want to hurt anyone, but we are taking this issue very seriously," President Trump stated in a recent press conference. He did not provide a specific timeline for a final decision but confirmed that his administration is evaluating all possible options. Severe consequences for the Ukrainian community in the U.S. If the decision to revoke TPS is enforced, the impact will be devastating for the Ukrainian community currently residing in the U.S. 1. Risk of deportation to a war zone. For many Ukrainians, the U.S. is not just a temporary shelter but a place where they have begun building a new life. Returning to Ukraine would mean facing bombs, destruction, and hardship. 2. Economic and workforce implications. Tens of thousands of Ukrainians are currently working in industries such as construction, technology, services, and manufacturing in the U.S. Their deportation would not only disrupt their personal lives but also impact the labor market, particularly in states with large Ukrainian communities such as New York, Illinois, and California. 3. Immigrant system under pressure. If TPS is revoked, hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians will have to apply for work visas, asylum, or green cards. This could overwhelm the U.S. immigration system, which has already faced significant pressure in recent years. Government and public reactions. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has yet to make an official decision, but senior officials in Trump's administration are closely examining the issue. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that no decision has been made yet, but emphasized that the administration is considering the best interests of the American people first. Meanwhile, numerous human rights groups and NGOs have voiced strong opposition to this move. Krish O'Mara Vignaraja, president of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, remarked, "Deporting Ukrainians at this time is not only cruel but also contradicts the U.S. commitment to protecting those fleeing war." Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal also harshly criticized the move, calling it a setback in U.S. humanitarian policy. He warned that deporting Ukrainians would not only endanger their lives but also weaken America's international standing. What are Trump's likely options? Political analysts suggest that the Trump administration has three main choices. 1. Extend TPS for a limited period to assess the war situation in Ukraine. 2. Immediately revoke the status, forcing hundreds of thousands to leave the U.S. or seek new visas. 3. Offer a legal immigration pathway for certain Ukrainian groups, such as work visas or expanding family sponsorship programs. It remains unclear which approach the White House will choose, but experts predict that the administration will weigh both political factors and international pressure before making a final decision. Impact on U.S.-Ukraine relations. Another crucial factor is the relationship between the U.S. and Ukraine. If Washington deports hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians, it could strain relations between the two countries, especially as Ukraine heavily depends on U.S. military and economic aid. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has not yet issued an official statement on the matter, but sources suggest that Kyiv is closely monitoring Washington's actions. Conclusion: is the U.S. abandoning its role as a safe haven? With the war still ongoing, Trump's decision regarding the 240,000 Ukrainians in the U.S. will be a critical moment in America's immigration and humanitarian policies. If TPS is revoked, This will not only impact hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian refugees but will also reflect a shift in how the U.S. approaches immigration and its global responsibilities. The ultimate question is, will America continue to be a safe haven for those fleeing war and violence? Or is this the beginning of a new era of stricter immigration policies? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this decision will have far-reaching consequences for U.S. politics, society, and global standing. Thank you for watching. What do you think about this issue? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our latest updates. See you next time.